Hi guys, welcome back. Well, I've not got a great amount of time on the wood turning yet since I bought this lathe. I've done quite a bit on the metal lathe, making the wood gears where I needed the dimension to be spot on, the diameter for the gears, the gear blanks. But I've not done a great deal freehand on this lathe. A while ago I started making some chisels, and I bought these STS chisels from Screwfix. I think they're about £10. They're about 1 inch diameter, but I thought with them being a chisel, hammer chisel, would be a decent steel. So I bought 3 or 4 of these, and I put a handle on them and roughly knocked them into shape, but I've never really done anything with them, so I thought it's about time I gave them a try. I've ground that one as a skew, did a spindle gouge with this one. This one I've just been working on, we'll go to that in a minute. But I made a parting blade out of an old file that I nailed in the heat treating oven and machined it, took the teeth off, rehardened it, and I've used this quite a few times, not only on this lathe but on the metal lathe as well, and that works really well. Pretty pleased with that one. This is an old farrier's rasp. Again, I nailed and machined the teeth off, and roughed this out to a curved skew, and that seems to work okay. But what I wanted to get to is this. I have bought 1 or 2 chisels off eBay, and this is one that came with them. It's a round shaft, but if you look on the end, it's just got 3 ground flats that go to a point, and looking at them, they're all pretty even, so that's possibly a factory finish. I don't think it's had a lot of use. It's only lightweight, and I've looked online and I can't see too many of this style. Now I don't know if that's classed as a negative scraper. As it's cut it into the material, there's a lot of clearance on the bottom edge, similar to the cutting tools I use on the lathe. So I don't know if that's called a negative scraper or not. Let me just bring in a bit closer. Hope you can make that out, guys. Can you see the 3 flats on the end? So it got me thinking. I had this one and I wasn't sure what to knock this into. So I've decided if I can try and replicate the cutting tip on this much larger one. And I thought, if I mount the dividing head onto the surface grinder at an angle, I'll be able to rotate it to get the 3 flats identical, and give that a try. What I have found, what I do like, is I like the heavier weight in the chisel. It gives, being a newbie at it, it just gives me a bit more confidence rather than having a light weight on when you're doing the heavier cuts. The lighter ones are fine for finishing, but when you're roughing the work out, I think I prefer the heavier weight of the chisel. I have liked using this one as well, guys. This is a piece of square bar that I had, made a handle for it, and these are carbide tips. I think there's a pack of 3, square, circular, and I think there's a diamond shape. I've only mounted the circular one to begin with, but I find these I have like using these. I know some of you guys sort of poo-poo the carbide tip ones and prefer the HSS, but I have liked using these. So that's another one that I've made. This is a bought one. Can't see any name on it. That seems a decent quality, and only lightweight again, but I have liked using that. That's probably 3/8 diameter. Right, let's see if I can mount this on the surface grinder and get those 3 flats ground onto it. Well guys, I made my first pass on 3 sides on this. At the moment I've adjusted it to 10 degrees and I think cutting surface might be slightly too long, so first job I'm going to raise that up a touch. I don't think it needs to be that low, so we're on 10 at the moment, so taking it up to 15. Let's lock that down. You can always adjust it again later if it's too much. Right, so we're on 15 degrees now. Right, this is where it gets complicated. 40 to 1 ratio dividing head, and I need 3 sides. So 3 won't divide into 40, and that's the lowest common denominator between them. So what I've done, I've multiplied it by 7, both the 40 and the 3. So 3 7s are 21 and 47s are 280. Now I've got a 21 pin hole on this plate, so the pins set at that for the 21 divisions. So that gives me then 13 complete turns of the hand wheel to the 21 hole, and then an extra 7 holes to make it into 3 equally spaced faces on the chisel. It's a bit complicated, but we'll give it a try. Now, with moving the angle of the chisel up, I'm probably too high now on the table, so just reduce that down slightly. I think that's right there. And now I've adjusted this, guys, I'm going to take one more pass to see how that looks before I rotate it the 13.7 turns. Right guys, 21 holes is there, and I need 7 holes pass, not including the one that it's in. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's 7. Let me just check. There's 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is there, so let's screw down. Right, 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're good there, guys. So what that means is, now I've done the first grind, to get to number 2 grind, the wheel needs to go around 13 complete turns and then 7 individual holes on the 21 ring. So that then should give us our second grind. So 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 7 is the, then move that on to the next one then. Surface grinder's a bit wobbly at the moment, guys. It's still on casters. I've not decided where its final resting place will be, so if it's wobbling about, you'll have to excuse me. Take it down a touch. I had roughed these out by hand on the pedestal grinder, and looking at that, I wasn't too far off. Just touching now. Second grind. Well, I think we're ready for the second grind there, guys, but I've just had some news that's cheered me up. My brother-in-law, his grandson's girlfriend is pregnant, and Jez is only 2 years older than me, but that then will make him a great granddad. You can't beat laughing at other people's misfortunes. Well, I've got the 3 facets ground onto it now. There's a nice big burr on this bottom side, which I think is a good sign. Let's take it out and see what she looks like. See if I can bring it a bit closer, guys. Very sharp points on the tape. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Might have to dull that slightly, but a bit of deburring and I think she's ready for a try. Well, overall guys, I'm pleased with that. It seems to take as much timber off as the other chisels do. As I say, it's a very hard piece, this. It has been taken an enormous amount off, but I don't think any of the other chisels have. So, and the cutting edge seems to have held up. I think I was doing most of the cutting on the heel of the facet rather than the point. But the point does cut through to it. You got the chisel at quite an acute angle when you're cutting it because of the angle of the three sides, but overall it seems to work. And with it being more weight in it than the, let me just find the one I've been copying. Yeah, with it being more weight to it than this one that I've copied, it seems to be a bit more controllable. So overall guys, I'm quite pleased with that. Interesting experiment. Really what I need to do is spend some time now finishing these grinds off and see how some of the rest of the homemade chisels work. Well, thanks for watching guys. I shall see you on the next one.